So my name is Ryan Reamy. I'm currently a junior at Georgetown in the School of Foreign Service, studying international political economy, and I'm from Seattle, Washington. First kind of interaction I had with this center was seeing an advertisement for the FinPolicy track on a TV screen walking through the MSB one day. I didn't have a ton of exposure before that, being from the School of Foreign Service, but kind of as I looked into it more, I saw that it was a really amazing opportunity and understood kind of that it was a really interesting intersection to explore. Doing international political economy in the SFS, it seemed really aligned to my interest in being able to kind of explore both the public sector and the private sector sides of the financial world. And as once I was accepted into the track, I was really excited to partake in that and ultimately just saw it as a really amazing learning opportunity, both to kind of build upon, some of the more, public sector side of things that I'd picked up in the SFS, but also kind of get a better understanding of, how that side of things works on the commercial side with the New York aspect of the trip. And so, yeah, I was really glad to do it, and it definitely met those expectations and even exceeded them. I think my top experience would have to be when we visited the Federal Reserve and met with Governor Bowman. Being able to sit inside the room where they have the FOMC meetings was a really amazing experience and one that I never thought I would have. It was definitely one of those opportunities where I was in a space that I don't know if I'll ever see the inside of it again, but having so many conversations about the role of the Fed and the various economic classes I've taken over the years at Georgetown, actually being able to kind of sit in the room where it happens and see that I think was really amazing. And then, talking with Governor Bowman, knowing that she had a lot of experience kind of in community finance was really interesting as well. Since, I've done work at Georgetown kind of within the microfinance space in DC. And so it was really fun to kind of have a more specialized perspective from her on kind of more community finance issues and sort of get a better understanding of that. But I think there were a lot of stops along the way that I really loved. Being able to speak with SEC Chair Gensler was also definitely a highlight, as well as visiting all the different banks and firms throughout New York. But definitely, I would say being inside the FOMC room would have to be at the top of my list. The trek from beginning to end was a really awesome learning experience, and that's part of why I wanted to kind of partake in it, was just to get a better idea of what I wanted to do. I know I have a couple more years at Georgetown to hopefully figure out what my next steps are, but just kind of as a way to broaden my own perspectives and get a better understanding of, you know, career options that could be in line with what I've been studying so far in the SFS. And I would definitely say that there were, some things that really spoke to me. I think, um, being able to, talk with folks, I think especially the SEC and the CFTC who kind of worked on the legal side of things in the enforcement world was something that I thought was really interesting. I think kind of a good blend of my interest in both economics, but also policy and kind of law. And so evaluating if, law school might be a good option post-grad and potentially working in a position like that. I think would definitely be fascinating. I know we also spoke with some folks who did international affairs work, and so that definitely spoke to my interests and some of my experience as being in the School of Foreign Service. So I would say, yeah, it was definitely a really great opportunity to kind of hear about a lot of jobs that I didn't even know existed in the first place. Being able to kind of listen to all kind of different experiences and perspectives. But I think definitely, yeah, some of the legal work was definitely interesting and kind of solidified my interest in that. So I think the track overall was a really great opportunity to get a better understanding of what was out there, since I didn't really have a great idea going into it, beyond maybe more traditional, roles of investment banking and that sort of thing, to really get an idea of how many different ways you can, be involved in one of these agencies or companies, and the different roles that you can play there. I definitely recognize that, the Psaros Center is a really awesome community, both the past scholars, but also all the folks, Andrew Taya, David, Professor Agrawal, have all been extremely supportive, very kind, and just been an amazing group of people to work with, and definitely looking forward to staying involved. I'm really happy that I still have another 2 years at Georgetown to stay involved with the center. So really excited for FMQ, and definitely looking forward to what's to come after that. So, excited to stay connected with, the other scholars in my cohort, the folks who went on the track before me, and those who will come after me, and sort of building out that community as the center and the FinPolicy track become more established. And yeah, just really looking forward to staying engaged, being able to participate and support the center, increasing its visibility on campus as much as I can. I think a lot of great work has been done to kind of increase outreach outside of the MSB. And so, being a student in the SFS, I'm really excited to kind of be sort of an ambassador over in the School of Foreign Service for the center and kind of expand its reach beyond the McDonough School of Business. But yeah, really looking forward to what the next 2 years and beyond have in store.